Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode on Court Farms. We're here with the fattening chickens, which we did in the previous episode, and I think they're okay now. They seem to be getting on okay. All we have to do is leave them to get fat and then they can bring in some money. We gave them some of the produce which they require in the previous episode. Obviously not everything. The productivity is back to zero, but that will revert to a much more healthy figure very soon, just because we've just started the save game again. But they've got the grain, the earth fruits, and also water. That's the bare minimum. It also says they require straw and also some total mixed ration, and silage. So we might do that. But first, there is a field which needs to be cultivated. And if we just head out here in the Sammy, it is at the top of the farm, and it's field number 2. So I'm hoping to actually pick up a cultivator, take it to the store, sell it, and then buy a new one. Because the one we start off with is that really small blue one, which is really small, and I think we could do a little bit better than that, even if it is just one size up. So yeah, we're going to head to the farm, pick up the cultivator, sell it, buy a new one, and head to field number 2 and begin cultivating. We could do direct drilling, however, I'm in the mood to do a bit of cultivating, so I think that's what we're going to do, unless we see something else. I haven't actually been to field number 2, I've just looked on the map and it shows that it is a field which used to be barley, but has now been harvested, not by us. So I can only assume that it is at the stage now where it needs to be cultivated and reseeded. We might put maize in, thinking about it, because a lot of these animals do require silage, or silage bales, so that might be an option. Failing that, we can just make silage bales out of the grass and then have all the arable fields as canola or cereal. Right, the cultivator is down here. Looks like it's already been used, but not by me. That is just another thing which makes it look like this farm has been going for a long time and you've not just suddenly started. Very nice. So yeah, just got to take it away to the store. We can sell it straight off from here, but then you lose that 20%, so not really worth it, even though it won't really be that much more. But as it is a slow beginning, it's best to get every penny you can. So we'll just reverse it into here, drop it off in the box. We'll just unhook the 3-point linkage. Oh no, I haven't got the manual ignition mod yet. I need to get the manual ignition mod. Much better than the tractor keep turning itself off. But that's not too bad for that. We now have £24,000, which means we're going to buy a new cultivator. And the Horsch Turano 5FM does seem to be the obvious one. Actually, it's the only one we can afford. Wow. That appeared fairly close to the tractor. So close, in fact, that it wants to attach it to the front linkage. Anyway, let's get it attached and we'll head up to the field. Now, I probably should say at this point that this cultivator actually requires over 200 horsepower and this tractor is only 190, but I think because it's quite a flat map, we should be okay. I hope we'll be okay. We do have to go back the way we came. This is actually the most powerful tractor which we own currently. And when I suggested about getting the Massey Ferguson 698, a few people were a bit against it. They say I always use Massey Ferguson. and they want to see more John Deere, so I could get a John Deere. In fact, we could get that John Deere which I used in Melbury Estate, because that is probably the most decent John Deere mod that I've seen. I'm not saying there aren't any more out there, good ones, but that's the best one I've seen. Yeah, if anyone's got any other suggestions for a good John Deere tractor mod, please do send them through. The only thing is, if you do put a link in the comments, it will mark it as spam. I will still get it though, it's just you won't see that I've got it. I still read all the spam. I know it's a horrible task. Most of it gets deleted, naturally, as it is spam. It's just there are actually some quite good links that people do send me. In fact, most of the mods which I've used in my other maps, which I've done Let's Plays on, have been from links which have been sent from other people, so definitely is worth it. Anyway, I think it's down here, because as far as I'm aware, up there is the edge of the map. So we need to cut through our oilseed rape field, and I think it is the one which we can see on the far side there. Maybe not quite actually, that's field number 1. Next one down. This tractor's also going to need a wash. I'm not quite sure where the entrance is. Aha, here it is. So yeah, it looks like the map is right. It was a barley field, but has now been harvested. A few bits missed as well. Must have been me doing it. No, it wasn't me. It must have been someone else useless. But yeah, I think this is probably a good sized cultivator for this field. It's not massive, and we can't have a bigger one anyway, so it's just going to have to do. Now this video may well be all cultivating, because it's going to take a while despite it not being a very big field. We could get a worker with the seed drill actually going behind us if we want to. We'll see how we go. But yeah, like I say, we're just starting off with the base game machinery, and then gradually as we go through the series we'll get mods and we'll get more interesting things. We're just having a bit of a slow beginning at the moment, and actually saying that, I haven't really used this horse cultivator before anyway. There's a challenge for you. If you've got too much time on your hands, try and find a video where I've used this cultivator, because I don't think there is one. Now the only other tractor which is suitable to do the seed drilling is the Lindner. So if we do the seed drilling at the same time as doing the cultivating, that is the tractor we'll have to use. I don't think it's really going to work on the T4, so I'm not going to risk it. But as someone did quite rightly say, if we're going to fertilise just after planting it, we have to use the fertiliser spreader. If we're going to do it when the crop is already establishing, we're going to use the sprayer. So that is what we'll do. To begin with, we'll use the fertiliser spreader, as that's what we've got. But with some fields we will wait and we'll do the spraying instead. Having said that though, I think farmers pesticide after harvest sometimes, don't they, onto stubble before putting the seed in. I may be wrong. And I actually forgot to mention, but it is actually pulling it fine, despite it saying that it couldn't, really. It said that the horsepower wasn't enough, but we're having no problems at all. Give it a slight gradient and it probably won't go anywhere. But on the flat land, it's fine. Thankfully, because otherwise we would be stuck. I would have sold our only cultivator and bought one which is too big for any of our tractors. So that's a good job it works. But as I usually do with most series, I say, what do you want me to do in the next episode? And I think this is a good opportunity. So, taking into consideration the machinery we own, what do you want us to do next? We could do a harvest. A wheat harvest, I think. However, I've just done a harvest in multiplayer. But I'm not saying don't suggest it. I can do it. So yeah, give me some suggestions and we will hopefully do it. But that's not a bad start, so we should probably go and organise the seed drill. Just missing a bit there. We might have to finish up a bit at the end. Tidy up. Yeah, we'll have a look at the seed drill, which means going to our Lindner. We will just drop this off. You should really have like a stand, I think, for this, because if you take it off here, it just falls to the ground, which seems a bit weird. I'm pretty sure you should have a stand or something for it, even a pallet. So, we could actually do potatoes. We could plant potatoes or sugar beet. I like the idea of that, although we do have to buy a potato harvester. And did we sell our potatoes? We did. You fool, Daggerwin! You sold the potatoes to plant them with. And that's not going to happen anyway, so forget it. We'll go and get the normal drill. We'll put something like canola in. Still not great though, is it? We're going to have to put a front weight on. Oh yeah, another thing. I haven't really used any JCBs recently. The JCB mod probably go quite well with this map. We will have to. In fact, we'll make that the next tractor we buy. The smallest JCB. I bet this map would be quite good on multiplayer. It just seems, you just get the feeling for a map which would work well on multiplayer. This seems to be one of them. And it doesn't seem too hard to run either, so we should be able to get more people in if you can do multiplayer once it's released. As for the release date, just keep checking it up on the forum and you should find something out eventually. Yeah, that didn't really work. I think we'll park this up for now, and then once we've got a bit more done, we'll get it going. If we just get this corner done, then we can start from here with the seed drill and work our way across. There's no way it's going to catch up with us because it's half the size, I think. Well, that's the triangle almost done. And I think the plan really is now to finish the cultivating at least, get the seed drill going, and then next episode it can just continue on its own with a worker, just finish the job in its own time. But certainly the cultivating has to be done today. There we go. So yep, we're just going to get this back over here and we'll put it on a worker, because I'm going to be in the seed drill sorting out this corner, because I don't think the worker will ever master that, going around those corners, so we might as well just do this top bit. And yeah, just put it onto a worker and it should hopefully find where it's supposed to go. Just have to keep an eye on it for now. And the time for the mighty Lindner to start to do its work. I think even this front weight on here is not heavy enough. It's just totally the wrong tractor, I think, for the job. But it's all we've got, unless we transfer it onto the Sammy next time. The question is, what is the best way of tackling this corner? Possibly just go down here. I'm not sure how much you can actually turn in the ground with a seed drill. It's not a really tight bend, but we do have to turn, so yeah, gonna have to keep an eye on it. Right, canola I think it'll be, as we are a bit desperate for money now. By no means perfect, but all I'm trying to do is get rid of this annoying corner shape to the field. Certainly a slow job with this seed drill. Wow, it's slow. Very small, and the tractor is going very slowly as well. That's full speed for it. I've just had a thought, because it's such a small seed drill and it's going to take a long time to do, we should probably set the growth rate of the crops really slow, or off in fact, even better, because we don't want the field to start growing on one side before it's even been planted on the other, because that looks really unrealistic. Sammy seems to be getting on quite well over there. Can't really see how much he's got left to do. Looking on the minimap, it's about 2/3 of the way over the field. Well, I think that is probably okay. I've sort of gone diagonally across the field, but it means the worker can now just go straight into that and it shouldn't have any problems at all. Really, it's this little corner here which is what I'm getting rid of, which wasn't my first plan, but it does seem to be the obvious way of doing it. There we go, so back into the cultivator again. We'll leave the seed drilling as it is for now. Next episode, we'll just get that worker to go straight away, and it shouldn't have any problems. We will get this cultivating finished in this episode. Shouldn't take too much longer. I must say actually, the Sammy has performed very well with this cultivator. Downhill it can pull it at about 9 miles per hour, and uphill 7. So that's pretty good. In fact, it seems to be quite a good all-round tractor. Now we're just finishing up here. When we're done, we'll take it all back to the yard, well, this tractor anyway, and we'll probably just put the cultivator in the shed until next time, because we will need the tractor again for another job. The Lindener can stay here. And there we go. We are finished. We'll just get it folded up. We'll take it back, and next time we'll give it all a pressure wash. Here's a different way, through the mud. Oh, probably shouldn't go so fast. It's quite rough. This goes back through the forest where the chickens are. Taking the back way to the farm. And there is the pressure washer. The tractor is delighted to see it. Okay, so that is it for today. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. I know we haven't done too much, but it is a job that had to be done. So anyway, thanks for watching, and until next time, bye for now.